Dear dad, you taught me songs with strength, so I never cried. But now I'm choking on words I buried inside. You said man up, so I did it and broke. Built walls so high, I forgot how to cope. You were there but never present. Your love felt earned, never pleasant. I chased your approval like breath underwater. Now I'm gasping for peace like a fatherless daughter. Dear Rex, you loved the version of me that didn't exist. A highlight reel stitched for moments I missed. You kissed my ambition, but ghosted my scars. Now I write verses to heal what you marred. You said forever, but meant convenience. Left me with trauma and false allegiance. I gave you my soul, you gave me a script. Now I bleed in lyrics you'll never decrypt. These are letters I never sent. Words too heavy, hearts too bent. I held them in so I wouldn't offend. But silence don't heal, it just pretends. I wrote them in shadows, sealed with regret. Each line a wound I'll never forget. The ghosts in my chest, begging to speak. But I buried them deep so I wouldn't seem weak. Dear God, I know I question you more than I pray, but I'm tired of pretending I'm okay. If pain is a lesson, I've learned enough. If strength is a test, I've called your bluff. I've walked through fire with no reward. Knelt in churches, still felt ignored. They say you're love, but I feel alone. So I write these verses like sacred poems. Dear me, I'm sorry for the nights I ignored your cries, for chasing approval and living in lies. You deserved love, not just survival. You deserve peace, not just revival. I fed you doubt, starved you of grace, put on a smile, erased your face. But now I see you, flawed but divine, and I swear I'll protect what's always been mine. I wrote these letters in blood and ink, on nights too dark to sleep or think. They'll never be read, but they needed to be said, because healing begins where truth is bled. I folded them into prayers, burned them in flame. Each one a confession, each one a name. They float in the ether, unsaid but real. Proof that silence can learn to feel. These are letters I never sent. Words too heavy, hearts too bent. I held them in so I wouldn't offend. But silence don't heal, it just pretends. I wrote them in shadows, sealed with regret. Each line a wound I'll never forget. The ghosts in my chest, begging to speak, but I buried them deep so I wouldn't seem